Once upon a time, nestled on the edge of a vividly colorful world known as Barbieland, lived a delightful child named Elsie. Elsie was no ordinary kid. They had a heart full of courage and a mind brimming with curiosity. Their constant companion in this journey was Tony, a lively, playful friend who was always ready for an adventure. Elsie and Tony were new to Barbieland. They had recently moved from their old city due to their parents' work, and they were trying to adjust to their new surroundings. But being new in town wasn't easy. The buildings were different, the people were unfamiliar, and even the food tasted strange. They missed their old friends and the familiar comfort of their previous home. However, they weren't alone in this journey. Accompanying them was Sherbet, an orange cat with a fluffy tail and sparkling green eyes. Sherbet was not just a pet but a member of their family, offering comfort and companionship in this unfamiliar environment. One day, while exploring their new neighborhood, Elsie and Tony stumbled upon a sugar fairy. She was as sweet as the candy she was made of, and her laughter sounded like tinkling bells. She introduced herself as Sugarplum and offered to guide them around Barbieland. As days turned into weeks, Elsie, Tony, and Sherbet began to adjust to their new life. They made friends with the kids in their neighborhood, explored the candy-coated streets of Barbieland, and even started to enjoy the unique flavors of the local cuisine. However, there were still moments when they felt lonely and missed their old home. During these times, they would gather together, Elsie, Tony, Sherbet, and even Sugarplum, and share stories about their past adventures. This shared nostalgia brought them closer and helped them find comfort in each other's company. One day, Elsie and Tony faced a big challenge. They had been invited to a party, but they didn't know anyone there except for each other. They felt nervous and unsure, but they knew they couldn't let their fears stop them from experiencing new things. So, they decided to face this challenge together. They held hands, took a deep breath, and walked into the party. To their surprise, everyone welcomed them warmly. They played games, danced, and had a fantastic time. By the end of the day, they had made many new friends and felt a part of the community. From that day forward, Elsie and Tony realized that it wasn't the place that made a home, but the people and the relationships they built. They understood that change could be scary, but it also brought new opportunities and experiences. And most importantly, they learned that they could always rely on each other, and Sherbet, of course, for comfort and companionship. In the end, Elsie, Tony, and Sherbet weren't just residents of Barbieland, they were a part of its vibrant, loving community. They found a new family among their friends and neighbors, and although they still missed their old home, they knew they had created a new one right here in Barbieland. And so, as the moon shone down on the candy-coated streets and the stars twinkled in the sky, Elsie, Tony, and Sherbet snuggled up together, content and happy. They knew they were home. And that, dear reader, is the end of our tale. But remember, just like Elsie and Tony, you too can find comfort and happiness no matter where you are, as long as you have your loved ones by your side. Good night, sweet dreams, and may you always find joy in the journey, just like Elsie, Tony, and Sherbet did in their extraordinary transition to Barbieland.